Hi, this is Tim from the latest 3dsgames.com, and I thought I'd do a little video just telling you what I'm going to be getting in November. Obviously a lot of people have been wondering about the games coming out in November because there's an awful lot coming out, and quite a few people have asked what games I'm going to be getting and which ones I'm not. And to be honest, it obviously really just depends on the amount of money I've got, but there are a lot of games coming out and I'm not going to be able to get them all. So I'm going to try and get the big games and just see how it goes. So the first sort of games coming out in November are coming out around the 1st of November and the 4th of November in the UK, 1st of November in the US, and that's the biggest title there is going to be Generator Rex. I'm probably not going to get that one. But I am going to get this one. So the first one I'm going to probably get is Cave Story. Now that Cave Story is coming out, it's coming out on the 11th of November in the UK, but it will be out in the US just a little bit earlier, around the 9th. So that's Cave Story 3D, and it's looking really good, and I'm really looking forward to playing it. Whether I'll be able to do a walkthrough or not, well, we'll just have to see. So, the next one after that, or I say after that, it's going to be after that in the US, but it's going to be coming out on the same day in the UK, and that's Shinobi. Now that's the Sega game, which has been a long-standing series, and I do remember playing it on the Game Gear, the Sega Game Gear, years and years ago. And it's looking like a really good side-scroller, and it's coming out on the 11th of November again in the UK, so I'm going to have a double unboxing on that day. In the US it's coming out a few days later, so it's coming out around the 15th of November in the US. I don't know why they have all these discrepancies in dates, but that's just the way it goes. For instance, at the moment you've got the Pokemon game, and we're not going to get it for another month until December. So on to the next lot. So of course after that we've got Super Mario 3D Land in November. Now that's coming out on the 13th of November if you're in the US. Lucky enough to be in the US, I would say, because that's obviously one of the biggest games of the year, and we're not getting it in the UK until 5 days after, on the 18th. So Super Mario Land, I will of course have to get that game. And not long after that, there's going to be a massive, well, it's going to be probably a massive shortfall in cash, because the 25th, it really is a big release date in the UK. We have, of course, got Sonic Generations coming out on the 25th of November. And I've been looking at the US date, and it was due to come out before the UK. And I can't actually get a confirmed date now. I'm guessing it's still going to come out around the same time. I thought it's coming out before, but I've been looking on Amazon and other US sites, so I'm not quite sure of the confirmed date on that Sonic Generations for the US, but it should definitely be coming to the UK on the 25th of November. Now, as I said, it's a really massive day on the 25th, and I'm going to really need to dig deep in my pockets. Probably going to have to do a bit of game trading or something, because we've got a couple of other really big releases, and the next one up, if I can spell it, it would be the next one up, I will try my best, is Dr. Lautrec and the Forgotten Knights. Now that's a sort of puzzly type game, and I'm really looking forward to it, and it's coming out, and I've still spelled it wrong again, on the 25th of November, and it's looking like a really great game. Now, for some inexplicable reason, it's delayed until the 13th of December, according to the release date I've got. So Dr. Lautrec and the Forgotten Knights is not coming out until the 13th of December in the US. Not sure why. It's probably just to annoy everyone. So sorry about that, but there's nothing I can do about the release dates. So that's another one for the 25th, and the final one that I'm going to be getting, according to the release date, and hopefully it's going to stay the same, because it's quite a big release, and that is Tales of the Abyss. Now that is due to come out again on the 25th of November. Now that's in the UK again. I've looked around and I'm looking for the US release confirmation, and I am struggling, to be honest. And Amazon is telling me that it's not coming out in the US until February 2012, which is rather bizarre, but you know, hopefully it won't be delayed that long. But that's the kind of information I've got at the moment. You know, maybe I've not looked hard enough on the internet, but it certainly doesn't seem to be coming out on the 25th of November when it's supposed to be coming out in the UK. So sorry about the bad news for that one if you're in the US. It does seem to vary, all these release dates, and like I say, some of the games the US gets earlier, like Mario, Pokemon, which we have to wait for, and other games like Tales of the Abyss, you know, you have to wait for in the US. It just seems a bit crazy, really, but nothing we can do about it. We just have to just wait, basically. So that's the games that I'm hoping to definitely get. So that's sort of about 6 games: Cave Story, Shinobi, Super Mario 3D Land, Sonic Generations, Dr. Lautrec, and Tales of the Abyss. Now there's a couple of other games, as I mentioned, Generator Rex, also Harry Potter's coming out on the 11th of November. If I've got enough money, which I can't see how, but if I have, I'll get those as well. There's also a few other games coming out, certainly in the US. There's some more games coming out, and I think there's a couple that aren't even coming out in the UK at the moment. So, you know, that's just the way it goes. So that's been my update video on my November purchases, hopeful. And this has been Tim at latest3dsgames.com. Thanks for watching.